Hi, Zach and Catherine. I'm going to go ahead and do your videos here real quick. Zach, some of the main points I was making earlier, which I'm not sure how many of them you heard, is you have to be sure to get those 1 to 2 lines of body copy on this ad. Right now you have your slogan and your call to action. So I'd probably recommend putting your call to action over here by your logo, and then you can either leave your slogan here or rearrange the placement on the page and add 1 to 2 sentences of your body copy. I'd also go in and clean up the edges of your earth, see how it's a little bit ragged along here, especially along here, and you have some white in the negative space there. Then I'd bump these batteries down. When they end exactly where another element ends, that's called a tangent. So I'd move those down a little bit. And finally, I'd work on making your sun look a little bit less photoshopped. If you look at a real image of the sun, you're going to see it has this kind of cool bleed out haze effect. And that's missing here. It's looking really choppy and looks like it was selected using the magic wand tool or something, and it's creating all these lines that don't necessarily exist. So kind of try to blend it out and make it look a little bit more realistic, okay? I'm liking your idea. Your background looks really good. The earths are looking great and the logo is very nicely placed. So just keep on working on finalizing some of those things. Okay, thanks, Zach. All right, let's go ahead and jump to Catherine. You were the next one. And yours, I think you posted down here. All right, so I like your images. I like this logo. And you eliminated all the other things that were on his tongue except for this one. So that's good. These smelly lines aren't my favorite. They're looking a little bit amateurish, maybe because they were just done with the brush stroke, I'm guessing. I would recommend downloading another image or a vector that you can put in there instead. Maybe something that looks like this, okay, so that you're able to, so that you're able to have it look a little bit more like a professional bad smell effect as opposed to the squiggly lines. And you could do that on any of those open source sites. Hopefully you could find something that would fit your needs. The other thing is, this is a creative idea, but it's not working too well right now. Usually if you have this effect, you'll have it exist in all of the negative space, okay? So you would have these background words everywhere in this negative white space. They would never be in the foreground. See how they're on top of his hair? That's creating a really kind of confusing effect for the person who's looking at it. So it needs to be in the background. And then you also have some gapping because this is all part of the same text box and you've increased the size of this one. Excuse me. So I would recommend maybe putting these in separate text boxes, and then you can have your background images, your background words everywhere you need them, and then your large words can break apart. Now you could argue this is your 1 to 2 sentences of body copy, but I am missing a call to action, and I think this is kind of confusing body copy. So I would maybe think about getting rid of it and instead crafting a message. I'm not sure with the death breath if you're kind of implying like he's a vampire or something since he has the garlic on his tongue. You could come up with something catchy about that. Um, and so, and then you could have this slogan. This could be your body copy, and you could move that up here, and then a call to action down here. So play around a little bit more with this. It's just kind of sending a little bit of a confusing message right now. So we want to make sure that messaging is totally aimed at your target demographic and making a statement about your product, which this is probably the statement that needs to be the biggest one. All right. And then be sure not to forget that that final call to action on there. Okay. Thanks.